from Carver Arena in downtown Peoria, Illinois. It's a beautiful night for basketball on the Valley on ESPN. A great non-conference matchup, a good test for both teams. The Utah State Aggies of the Mountain West Conference and the Bradley Braves of the Missouri Valley Conference in Game 2 for both teams 1-0. I'm Joey Wright. Matt McClain is to my right. Glad you're with us for the next 2 hours or so, Matt. A great test for both teams. Bradley, an overtime winner against UAB. Utah State playing its first Division I game of the season tonight. Going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. Both teams looking to have a big season. And this is a huge non-conference matchup for both of these squads early in the season.
Players to watch. It's the players who are number 14 in white and blue, respectively.
Absolutely. We start with Bradley, and everything goes through Malavi Leons. Obviously, the Defensive Player of the Year for the Missouri Valley Conference last year. He was first team all preseason and comes off of game number 1, 24 points at UAB. He was an absolute stud. Need a big game from him tonight. And look on the other side of the court, Utah State, everything runs through Josh Aduje. This guy has not missed a shot all season. A perfect 8 for 8 in their season opener for 19 points. He can be the X factor for the Aggies offense.
And the Toyota keys to the game, Matt. What does the road to victory run through tonight?
Yeah, Joey, we'll take a look at Utah State first. It's that next play mentality. We talked to Coach Sprinkle a couple of days ago. He said, hey, it's our first true road test. We have 13 newcomers. We're going to have a lot of adversity tonight. And you look at their second option is controlling the paint. Hit 56 points in the paint in their season opener. Need another nice showing from their big men tonight. And for the Braves, it's all about sharing the rock, getting those really good looks. They had 17 turnovers in the first game, only 16 assists. They need to clean that up a little bit, and then limiting the second chance opportunities. Bradley gave up 22 offensive rebounds at UAB. Really need to clean up the boards tonight for the Braves, a key to the game.
Matt, we've got the keys. We're ready to drive. Bradley getting ready to open its home slate of games.
And a really good crowd here at Carver Arena tonight for this home opener for the Braves. And got a kind of a brand new roster for both teams here tonight.
13 newcomers for Utah State. You see the 4 there for Bradley. And Matt, as you mentioned, the last time Bradley was in this building, it was sold out. Rink Mass, Jashawn Henry, Vile Tavanainen, pardon me, Zeke Montgomery, and Pop Weathers, all a big part of that team. Almar Atlason leading a group of players expected to make an impact on the hardwood this season as Ahmet Jonovic wins the tip-off for Bradley. We're underway. Connor Hickman running point and starting the offense off for Bradley. Hickman moves right, feed down low, overturned. Aduje driving, feet ahead, and a layup from Darius Brown the second. 10 points in the Aggies opener against South Dakota Mines. Too early for him here tonight.
Yeah, really good start there for Utah State. Getting a steal out in transition. Great pass ahead by Aduje, and the Aggies out to a good lead here early.
Hickman out top, Hannah 3 off the back attachment, and it'll be scooped up by Brown. Here go the Aggies. 26-9 last year. First round of the NCAA tournaments where their season ended. Feed down low. Great Osibor.
They had a mismatch too as Osibor Duke Dean guarding him over a foot of difference in height. Just unable to get the bunny to go close.
Osibor, one of 2 players that followed Danny Sprinkle here from Montana State. He'll be a big part of the Aggies' offense and defense this season. Down low and a jump ball called. First whistle of the game. Malavi Leons going up for Bradley. And the arrow will favor the Aggies.
Yeah, Falslev doing a really good job there defensively, bodying up against Leons, who tries to spin baseline. A really good job there by Mason Falslev to get his team another possession here early on.
Mason Falslev made his college debut against South Dakota Mines. Heck of a player in Benson, Utah at the high school level. Feed down low, and Osibor connects.
Yeah, and Osibor is a handful down there. A big frame, wide body, and a really good finish. Great start here for the Aggies.
Leons down to Jonovic. Backing his man down, Isaac Johnson. And Bradley wins that battle. The Braves on the board.
Beautiful spin move there from Meta down low. Spins back left side, right hand off the glass, and the Braves are on the scoreboard here.
Brown running the offense for Utah State. Now we'll give to Johnson. And back to Falslev. Bradley not letting Utah State have it easily on the offensive end here.
And Joey, here's our matchup, 14 on 14.
And the winner is Malavi Leons. Aduje misses that shot, his first miss of the season. Bradley trying to penetrate. Dean out top. Hannah, three, in and out. Second miss, three tonight, but it's cleaned up, tipped in by Connor Hickman. Hickman only stands, Matt, at 6'3", but he shows what a physical style of play can do for you there.
And a really aggressive player attacking the offensive glass for the second chance put back on the tip-off. Johnson
can't answer. Leon's the foul. And a whistle. And that'll be I believe a Utah State foul there on Falslev. And our first substitution of the game, Christian Davis coming in for Bradley in relief of Meta. Christian Davis, an interesting case against Alabama Birmingham, Matt. Did not score, but he had 8 rebounds, 2 assists. He did not score a field goal, pardon me. He did make 4 free throws, but did not score from the field. But 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Stat stuffer.
Yeah, even that in a couple steals as well. He was really kind of an X factor for Bradley, as you mentioned. Didn't score a field goal. Got an opportunity here with a quick mid-range.
Davis can't connect on what would have been his first field goal of the season. Asabor leading the charge for Utah State. Darius Brown, who scored the Aggies' first points in the contest.
Utah State really has, excuse me, Joey, really has 2 floor generals between Falslev and Brown, 2 guys who can really facilitate, and they'll take turns with the rock.
Down to Asabor and a one-handed slam. Brent Asabor, great Asabor, pardon me, a one-handed flush.
A really good job making himself available as he flashes across the paint. You see Darius Hannah with the mid-range jumper for the answer.
Hannah had the overtime winner for the Braves in their opener down in Birmingham. Connects there. All knotted up at 6. Here's Falslev. Hand off to Brown. Brown looking down low. Johnson gets up and dunks it. A two-handed slam for Isaac Johnson of American Fork, Utah. And we're seeing that high-low work really well for the Aggies, Matt.
Yeah, it's a beautiful two-man game there as Brown able to find Johnson on the weak side. Let's just see what he can do facilitating.
Here's Davis driving up and in for Bradley.
Yeah, smooth little hook underneath. Gets past the defender, lays it off the glass. Christian Davis gets into the scoring column with his first field goal.
First field goal of the season for Davis. Here's Brown looking for Johnson. Johnson contested by Hannah. Nigel Burris and Ian Martinez ready to check in for Utah State at the next dead ball, which should be our first media timeout of the game. Deep 3 on the way. Wouldn't go. Leon's the rebound, and he'll chug ahead. Gives ahead to Dean. Looking for space. Falslev playing defense. And Leon's will slow it down. Hannah looking to drive. Has to give it up. Good defense from Utah State here, but Leons wins the battle. Up and under, a little reverse move, then lays it in.
Yeah, and how about the behind-the-back dribble to create some separation? Split 2 defenders, Malachi Leons. The beautiful lay-in.
He's a problem. 24 points, 14 rebounds. In the Braves opener a few days ago, Hickman the rebound. Bradley looking for a 2-possession lead. Hickman down low. And a foul. On the way up for Davis, 4 of 6 at the line. Against Alabama Birmingham, and he'll have a chance for 2 when we come back. Bradley out in front early, a 10-8 lead. This is the Valley.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals.
It's here. Black Friday week is live at Target. Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday, only at Target.
I love cooking with Analon X. It's just the best. So whenever I'm cooking and I put the oil in the center of the pan, it stays right where I put it.
So one of the things I noticed about these pans is they have this beautiful sear-tech surface. And it just makes the searing way easier compared to my old nonstick pans.
It cooks really evenly, so there's no hot spots, so everything turns out amazing.
Overall, things taste much better.
I never doubted that you could.
本当の成功っていうのは終わってみなきゃ分かんないし、
まだまだ達成してない夢や目標もたくさんあるので。
大谷翔平夢の向こうへ
It's in-season tournament time. It's NBA on ESPN time.
There you see the Utah State huddle, and they are led for just the second game in program history by head coach Danny Sprinkle, who arrives by way of Montana State, his alma mater. Matt, he had a lot of success at Montana State.
Yeah, absolutely. Led Montana State to the NCAA tournament, a lot of postseason action. And we talked to Coach Sprinkle, and he said he's super excited for this opportunity. Utah State, a program with a very, very rich tradition. Obviously, beat Bradley last year, was able to make it to the NCAA tournament as well. And this is a kind of a program that is a lot of prestige. Great opportunity for Danny Sprinkle to bring his really, really good programs from Montana State here to Logan, Utah.
Had a chance to speak with Danny for about a half hour yesterday. We appreciate his time. Told us he can't remember ever playing in Peoria or against Bradley, but he did bump into Brian Wardle when both were players. Danny Sprinkle at his alma mater and Brian Wardle at Marquette.
Yeah, that was back in 1997, December 5th. Brian Wardle's Marquette team hosted Montana State and Danny Sprinkle. Marquette won that game 84-60, so Brian Wardle with a little bit of a 1-0 advantage over Danny Sprinkle, but both coaches had fond memories of that matchup, and it was kind of cool to see both of them, kind of talk about that. Hey, 26 years ago, they faced off with one another.
Christian Davis at the line, was 4 of 6 on the season at the charity stripe entering tonight, 2 of 2 now tonight. Wardle with maybe a little bit of edge in this head-to-head. Utah State, though, does have the series advantage, 2-0 entering play tonight, including a win last season. And a field goal there. It's a 2-point game once more.
Yeah, both teams shooting at a really high percentage, over 50% here early on. And both coaches are going to want to see their defense take a step up. And right there, as you see, you get Brown with the steal and off the fast break. Beautiful move.
Feed down low to Osibor, and he lays it in with a little bit of a contest there, but he finishes at the hoop. This game's all tied up. Hickman looking and finding Almar Atlason, who's going to be a big part of the Braves' attack this season from Iceland, the freshman. Now it's Leons. Atlason sets a screen. Leons looking, spinning, adjusting, and finishing. Mellow by Leons. There's a reason, Matt, he's in contention for the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year.
And without a doubt, he was Defensive Player of the Year last year in this league. And the one thing I was kind of missing was his aggressiveness on offense, maybe just a little bit. And this whole offseason, he worked on that one-on-one offense. And Leons, the beautiful shot, and then an answer right there from Martinez.
Ian Martinez answering. Maryland transfer, played 63 games with the Terrapins. Also played a season at Utah, 24 games, and a great shot there. Here's Leons trying to answer for Bradley to the corner, and Davis. Davis has to give it up. Leons over Osibor, his 3 too long.
But Davis keeping it alive, but Utah State doing a good job in rebounding, getting multiple bodies down there.
There's Ian Martinez, a feed down low. Osibor has had a touch almost every possession for Utah State so far, if not every possession. Out of bounds.
The Aggies are doing a really good job establishing their inside presence. They had 56 points in the paint in their Division I win against South Dakota Mines, and doing a really good job tonight establishing their big man inside. As you mentioned, Joey, even though they're not getting a shot inside, they're working inside out and get an opportunity here at baseline out of bounds. Osibor is going to get a quick breather.
In for Utah State, the 6'9" graduate listed as a wing, Max Agbonkpolo. Did not play against South Dakota Mines, so he's making his season debut tonight. A couple of players in for Bradley for the first time. Demarion Birch is in. More on the rest in a second as Martinez turns around, can't finish. Birch the rebound, and ahead we go. Out top, Dean. Birch looking and finding Hannah. Hannah with a couple of points tonight. Now it's Birch with a nice move. Birch is fouled on his way up, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And a couple of Milwaukee boys linking up there on that one as Hannah setting up Birch and drives down Main Street there and draws the contact. He's going to earn his first trip of the season to the free throw line.
Marion Birch, a Hamilton High School product out of Milwaukee. Hanna, the Milwaukee Academy of Science. Birch making his season debut and his first free throw. In and out.
Yeah, a player that Brian Wardle and the staff are extremely excited about, Demarion Birch. Can get downhill, get into the paint with ease. You see right here the shot fake. Draws the contact. See if he can get the second one to go down.
Birch looking for the first point of his career. He got it. And this one's all tied up at 15.
Yeah, really high-paced game so far. Neither team really been able to get out and transition too much. It's been a lot of half-court offense. Utah State was able to get out a couple times on the break, and you see a lot of, they're trying to get Duke Dean inside on a mismatch.
There's Brown all the way across the floor to Agbankpolo. Out top, here is Burris. Burris back to Darius Brown, who scored the first points of the game. Agbankpolo as the crowd gets loud. A drive, blocked by Hanna, rebound Leons, and Bradley will go the other way. See if Bradley, it's going to be interesting there, Matt, to see if they sped the tempo up. Now they'll slow it down a little. Here's Hanna driving. Khalifa Sacco, good defense there, forces the miss.
Yeah, great interior defense by Sacco there, and ran the floor looking for the reward. Instead, they're going to get Burris swinging around the perimeter.
Here's Brown. Tough to go against the Valley's Defensive Player of the Year. Brown, an off-balance three, didn't go. And a rebound down low is blocked. Hanna gets a piece of that one. Darius Hanna, third block of the season. And Dean will run the offense here for Bradley, looking for a lane, nothing there. Birch there to corral the loose ball. Birch was 24/7's number 3 recruit in Wisconsin, entering his collegiate career. And here's a three on the way, wouldn't go from Dean.
Yeah, Duke Dean, one of those guys who can get hot in a hurry. He made 73 pointers last season at a 36% clip, and just not able to get that open shot to go down. He had a really great game against UAB from behind the arc.
Every field goal he made against UAB was from downtown, 4 of 8, 50% clip. If you can keep that up all season, it'll be a good campaign. Martinez contested, second chance, no, it's loose and out of bounds, and we'll bring in some subs. And we'll do that after we take a quick break. This is the Valley on ESPN. A good one here, all knotted up at 15 in the early stages at Carver.
Patrick, Jake from State Farm, explain this bundling thing again.
All right, Coach Reed. Let's say these fries are your car, right? And
And this burger is your home.
Okay.
It can be more affordable if you bundle them together.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Explain it again with those nuggies.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bradley University student-athletes live their sport, so when an injury occurs, they need a team of specialists focused and ready to get them back in action. The sports medicine doctors at OSF Healthcare, in partnership with Great Plains Orthopedics, are specially trained to restore function to injured athletes so they can get back to competing as soon as possible. OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics are proud to be the official sports medicine providers for Bradley Athletics.
Sweet Fire Bar and Grill, located inside the Holiday Inn and Suites Peoria at Grand Prairie.
Welcome back to Carver Arena. Bradley huddling up here at the second media timeout of the game. A 15-15 good one so far. Brian Wardle at the center of that huddle, Matt, and he has coached a lot of games here in this arena as he's in his 9th season now.
Yeah, it's hard to believe 9 years. Talked to Coach Wardle at the beginning of the season. He's like, I can't believe it's been that long. I've already been here for 8 full seasons, but regular season championship last year in the Missouri Valley Conference and 2 Missouri Valley Conference tournament championships in consecutive years. And just done a really, really great job in building the Bradley brand back up and producing winning basketball here in Peoria, which the Carver Arena faithful have just been really, really hungry for years.
I know you remember the regular season finale against Drake last year, in which Bradley capped off that regular season championship. Cool how it worked out with the de facto title game there, last game of the season. There were more than 10,500 fans here that night, and a good one here to start out the regular season home slate for Bradley this year, Matt. Utah State, we've talked about a lot of changes, 13 newcomers, but this is a program that's been to the NCAA tournament more often than not, 4 out of the last 5 seasons, as Hannah knocked down 3 from the baseline. And I say that with an asterisk. They qualified in 2020. Of course, there was no NCAA tournament that year. Bradley was in the same boat. But still, a lot of history, a lot of tradition on the Utah State side. Good opportunity for Bradley to get a marquee win here early on. Yeah, without a doubt. A team that's playing good here within the first 10 minutes of this ball game. See, Osibor working one-on-one. And he lost it. Duke Dean comes away with it. It's the first time Bradley's looked to get out in transition. Give the Aggies a ton of credit getting numbers back, stopping that fast break opportunity, forcing the Braves to work in the half court. Aggies slowing the Braves down here. Here's Duke Dean against Ian Martinez. Now up top to Hannah, and Hannah to Christian Davis. Hannah goes in motion. Gets it back and pulls up over Osibor and knocks it down. Darius Hannah, hot start to the 2023-24 season. Yeah, and you see back-to-back possessions. It's been one-on-one. Darius Hannah first on this near sideline, and then followed up a beautiful little 17-footer on the far baseline. Really great job there, Darius Hannah getting the mid-range. They go, and how about that for a response? Hannah's 6 points leads the Braves. Osibor's 11 points leads all scorers, and he shows why there. He has been a force down low. See if Bradley can cut him off. Hickman's 3 too long. Meta the rebound. No, Hannah, or rather Hickman came in soaring in there, almost got the rebound. The Aggies out in front, and Martinez. Yeah, Osibor's everywhere, absolutely running the floor there once again. Couldn't get that one to go. But love what we're seeing from Grant Osibor. Osibor, a sturdy 6'8" frame, as you can see. And he's going to be the first guy back down here on the miss. Down to Osibor. Did he travel there? I think he did, as he was trying to get his footwork down. A rare miscue. Bradley struggling to slow him down. Yeah, without a doubt, Osibor, as you said, Joey, runs the floor so well. And what's even more impressive is early in the season in their exhibition game was battling an ankle injury as well. You can see he was taped up here pre-game, but doing a great job of running the floor. And for Bradley offensively, 3 straight air balls here. See if they can get a good opportunity, a good look for a chance here. Duke Dean sees an opportunity, drives, and it's tipped away. Osibor last season at Montana State mentioned he's one of 2 players that came over, followed Danny Sprinkle. The other being Darius Brown II, who also started last season. 10.3 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game in league play. As Dean's in trouble, Martinez pokes it loose. Dean resets and gives to Leon. Here's Atlason. They give to Davis. Davis to Hickman. Looking for space and a foul. Mason falls left. A little too physical there. Well, we asked Danny Sprinkle, Matt, earlier this week about how big it is to have Great and Darius in the fold. Little continuity in a situation where there's not a ton. And he said just that. They know how things go. They know what's expected. And they bring a great physicality, great presence to it. Yeah, one of the things that he said as well as you see Leon's working, and a great job by Osibor. You see the Aggies out on fast break once again. Osibor down low with contact, and he finishes. Osibor. Looks like he might have got away there with a walk, but nonetheless, Utah State ties it up with another finish from Osibor, and Leon's unable to respond. You go back to your point you were making, Joey. Coach Sprinkle was saying those guys he brought over from Montana State. It's so great to have them because now it's become a player-led team, and those guys in practices are able to tell, hey, their teammates, this is what we can expect from them, the coach, all of that. It's really great to have that familiarity early on in the season. You need that when you're building a culture. Ryan Wardle knows that well, what he's built the Bradley program into. Leon's looking out in front. Hickman, that pass tipped. Leon's with an adjustment, and they will call a foul there against Ian Martinez. Leon's on with the second chance there. Off the fast break, ball got batted off the pass. Gathers, gonna get the opportunity to go on the free throw line when we come back from this quick break. Utah State 19, Bradley 19.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals.
It's here. Black Friday week is live at Target. Save now with amazing Black Friday deals. Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday, only at Target.
本当に2つできると思ってましたか？
大谷翔平、夢の向こうへ。
It's the first time all 30 are all in to conquer a brand new bracket in the new NBA Cup. Who's going to be first to take it? It's in-season tournament time. It's NBA on ESPN time.
Football's in full swing. You ready? QB of the future? Check. Division on lock? Check and check. MVP case? A season that's still anyone's season? Check, baby. NFL on ESPN.
We've been living it since day one. Glorious, beautiful, true. Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
Welcome back to Carver Arena, also the home of the Peoria Rivermen, hosting its first Bradley game of the season. Joey Wright and Matt McLean, our entire Rem Show production team, glad to be with you on the Valley on ESPN. Brand new program, Matt. We've talked about it a lot so far. We'll keep talking about it because it's a huge storyline. 13 newcomers for Utah State, 0 returning points from last year's NCAA tournament qualifying team.
But you know what? You got to give the Aggies a lot of credit, and Coach Danny Sprinkle here early on, you would have no idea, but seeing how these guys have come out and played in the first 12.5 minutes of the first half, they've come out with a lot of aggressiveness, got the Braves really thinking to themselves, we're in for a big game here tonight.
Utah State's assistant coaches, it might go without saying, Andy Hill, Chris Haslam, and Eric Brown, all in their first seasons as well. Malavai Leons, pardon me, at the free throw line for Bradley, off on the first one. And Bradley looking to become the first team to 20 points tonight. Already 41 combined field goals this evening, as Bradley does hit that 20-point mark. A lot of action up and down the floor, although not a lot of fast break opportunities so far.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of it's been half-court offense. You know, Utah State with 14 of their 19 points being in the paint. We get to see Aduja get going. You see Bradley getting a lot of attention on him. Utah State doing a good job sharing the ball, and great stop there. Braves could have numbers.
Ian Martinez came flying in, ran into a brick wall, and Duke Dean runs point for Bradley here. Gets the feed from Atlason, and a turnover. And that is for Bradley, the third turnover of the night. 4 turnovers for Utah State. Greg Osobor has 3 of them for as good as he's been, as great as he's been on the offensive end. A little too wild down there perhaps, although hard to really make that case with 13 points so far. 3 on the way, off the mark.
Great facilitation there from Brown, finding the open man in the corner. Aggies just unable to get that 3 to go down to take the lead.
Just 1 3 in the game so far for either side. Osobor has it for Utah State. Atlason tries to change that, and the announcer jinx not in play.
Yeah, Atlason can really shoot it though. He had 2 big back-to-back threes in that win against UAB. He went 2 for 8 from 3. And you see Burris here getting called for steps. Another turnover for Utah State.
Starting to add up for Utah State now 5 here in the early stages. Glad you're with us at Carver Arena tonight. There's Danny Sprinkle, the first Division I game he's coaching for the Utah State Aggies. Happy Veterans Day to those tuned in tonight on ESPN Plus, and also the 1-year anniversary of the last time these 2 teams played. That was the second meeting in series history, and Utah State a winner last year at home, 84-62.
Yeah, obviously both teams with a brand new look from that matchup last year on November 11, 2022. But a lot of these Bradley players will remember that and want to have a little bit of payback from that game. That was a 22-point loss for the Braves early in the season, and one they really rebounded from.
Didn't seem to hurt the Braves as they went on to a Missouri Valley Conference regular season title. Shot clock winding down, and in trouble is Birch, and he's forced to get a shot up. It was tipped.
Yeah, it's Osibor from behind. Great help side defense and recognition. Seeing that the shot clock was running low, he came over, influenced that shot from Birch.
Brown for Utah State, now down to Nigel Burris from San Francisco, and Osibor is fouled on his way up. He'll go to the line.
Terrific pass once again, and Brown really, you see his ability to facilitate. Beautiful high-low pass lob down low. Osibor getting an opportunity to go to the free throw line.
For as many points in the paint as Utah State has tonight, 14 of them, these are the first free throws of the game for Osibor or any Aggie. He's first up and good.
Yeah, and that was a big key to Bradley's game at UAB. They committed 20 fouls against the Blazers. UAB shot 29 free throws in that game, so it's something that Bradley really wanted to clean up so far tonight. As you mentioned, Joey, just 14 and change into the game. Utah State's first trip to the line, and Osibor gets that one to go.
And Utah State back to a narrow lead. Rebounding, defense, the little things, so key to a Brian Wardle team, and we had a chance to catch up with them before this one started. You mentioned this was a great opportunity to test their mettle, if you will. Utah State has a lot of height and a lot of physicality. And down low, Hickman and one.
Yeah, beautiful move there, Connor Hickman. About 10 seconds left in the shot clock. He said, all right, time for a player to make a play. Drives really hard into the contact, hits the floor, gets it to go off the glass. Connor Hickman with the opportunity for the old school three-point play.
Connor Hickman from Bloomington, Indiana, 8 points against UAB. He's on the board here, his first bucket tonight. Bradley so far tonight 4 of 6 at the charity stripe. Hickman's been a big part of this program the last 3 years, up and in. And Hickman gives Bradley a 2-point advantage. And Utah State trying to catch Bradley napping. They go out in front, and a shot on the way. I believe they'll call that is a 3 indeed for Utah State.
That's a Duje getting involved there. The three-pointers, we said he could really shoot it. Pre-game, one of the players to watch. He gets that one to go, and Christian Davis with the response.
A deep 3 from Davis, and Bradley back out in front.
And I love this game so far. The tempo that is being played, both teams going back and forth. A lot of lead changes. Some really good non-conference basketball here early on in the season.
Great early season test for both teams. Matt, it was a kind of a slow pace early on, not a lot of transition opportunities. You get the sense that urgency's kind of picking up here.
Yeah, 100%, and Utah State getting a great job of facilitating another open three-pointer.
Would have been the third 3 in a row if it had fallen. It didn't. Hickman's got to watch out behind him. Goes over to Leons, one of the 3. Leons looking. And slows it down. Hickman. See how much of the shot clock Bradley takes off. Hickman picked up and guarded by Brown. And a whistle with 8 seconds left on the shot clock, a Utah State foul.
Yeah, see the drive on the baseline, not able to block it off, and you see a good job of Leons trying to facilitate, get something going, draws the foul. He's gonna go back to the free throw line. Chance for one in the bonus.
3 points for Leons tonight. Bradley's leading scorer, Darius Hanna, still with 6. Off the mark in the 1-and-1, and the rebound, Josh Aduje. And Darius Brown will trigger this possession. Next whistle will be immediate timeout. Here's Brown. Aduje talked about his hot performance against South Dakota Mines. Off the mark on a 3 from the corner was Agbon Polo. And Hanna looks for Hickman. Hickman a drive. Has to adjust and finishes. Connor Hickman.
Great adjustment there with mid-air. Connor Hickman able to feel the contact and keep going up strong. Gets that one to go. Bradley out to its largest lead.
5 points for the Bloomington South High School product. Down low, nearly an and one for Osibor. But he'll have 2 free throws after this break, and that is Bradley's 3rd personal foul of the game. A good one here at Carver Arena. Bradley opening up a new slate of home games, and they've got a 4-point lead over Utah State early on. The Valley on ESPN.
Dear Freedom, what forms do you take? More miles driven? More dollars saved? More life embraced? And more electrified vehicles than any other brand? Yours, Toyota Hybrids. That's right, Toyota has more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Sweet Fire Bar and Grill, located inside the Holiday Inn and Suites Peoria at Grand Prairie.
Bradley University student athletes live their sport, so when an injury occurs, they need a team of specialists focused and ready to get them back in action. The sports medicine doctors at OSF Healthcare, in partnership with Great Plains Orthopedics, are specially trained to restore function to injured athletes so they can get back to competing as soon as possible. OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics are proud to be the official sports medicine providers for Bradley Athletics.
(28-24). Bradley with a slim lead over Utah State. Glad you're with us on the Valley on ESPN. Joey Wright and Matt McClain hanging out with you. And Matt, as we look back at Bradley's season opener, we're a long way from the combined 144 points we saw in that one. Bradley with 9 to UAB's 7 in overtime. Bradley getting the job done. Great way to start the season. I think Bradley would have preferred to win by just a little more, but for the fans, great exciting game to get things going.
Yeah, absolutely. Game that goes to overtime. Bradley able to get the game-winning shot with less than 3 seconds left. Darius Hanna, but I mean, this was a game of adversity. Bradley leads by 16 at halftime. With 7 minutes to go, they're down 11. Force overtime, so just a really, really great experience in your season opener on the road to get what could end up being a net quad 2 win at the end of the season. So really, really great job by Bradley, but they got their hands full tonight here with the Utah State team that's playing excellent so far.
We'll see how the Blazers finish this season out, but always a UAB team that you've got to show some respect to. Bradley finding that out in the opener.
And a UAB team that took Clemson to the wire last night. UAB could have very easily won that game in a mid-season tournament, but Clemson able to get a win, but you see what kind of quality they have for sure.
Osibor at the free throw line. First free throws of the game for Utah State. He's got them both, and it is a 2-point game again.
We've yet to see Bradley really get it going from behind the arc. Just one made three-pointer. See, coming from behind, it's Johnson getting a hand on that. The Braves are going to keep it with 19 to go, but Joey saying Bradley made 10 threes against UAB in that win on Monday night and only made 1 so far in this game. Really yet to get that going.
Bradley last season was 20-4 when they hit 7 or more three-point field goals. Off to a 1-0 start in that category this season. 2 off the mark there. Utah State hauls it in. And Agbankpolo gives it up. Darius Brown the second from Pasadena, California, runs point. Hickman playing defense. Agbankpolo gets it back. A drive, and he's blocked by Malavi Leones. Reigning Missouri Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Year, shows why.
Danny Sprinkle was thinking that maybe that was a goaltend. We're going to get Birch driving a moving screen from Darius Hanna. But Malavi Leones going high off of the glass and getting that block on the other end.
Malavi, one half of what Bradley calls its SWAT team with Darius Hanna. Leone's a little quiet on the glass against UAB, but did have 3 steals. Take another look, see it for yourself.
Clean,
beautiful like it was on the way up.
Yeah. Absolutely. Swats it off the backboard. Utah State gets it back after an offensive foul, and they're going to get Atlason reaching in, or is it Leon's? It's going to be Leon's.
First foul of the contest for Leon's.
Crazy stat here, Joey. Last season, Malvi Leon's the MVC Defensive Player of the Year. Almost every game guarded the opposing team's best offensive player. Didn't foul out once. And against UAB, first game of the season, he gets those 5 fouls, but just goes to say a testament to his defensive prowess.
Look at that defensive scouting report. Doesn't matter who you are. Number 14 is circled. Down low to number 1 in blue, Osibor.
And you see the Braves just surround him down there. Osibor, not much room to operate. He steps out of bounds. Oh, we're going to get an offensive foul. Excuse me.
And that will be on Osibor. So he not in any trouble yet. That's his first. But with how physical he's been, you know, Bradley's going to target him moving forward here the last 2 minutes of this half and throughout the second half. Here's Duke Dean running point for Bradley, and he'll give to Almar Atlason. 6 points in his college debut. 4 years of eligibility left. Skilled multi-level scorer, as Bradley's scouting report would say, or his opposing scouting reports would say, I should say. Here's Duke Dean, a drive. And off someone's foot, I think that was Akron Polo that got a piece of it. And that'll give Christian Davis a chance to come in for the Braves.
There's some excellent on-ball defense there by Brown as well. Duke Dean trying to get to the baseline. And Brown blocks it off. Beautiful job of one-on-one defending there.
Dean to the line, has not scored. Taking two, or pardon me, inbounding it, Hickman to Hanna, off balance. Foul away from the ball. And that'll be on Leon, so he's quickly picked up 2 fouls here in quick succession. Atlason will come in to relieve him, and I wouldn't expect to see Leon's back for the rest of the minute and 38 seconds we have here in the first half.
Absolutely, just a little bit of management. You mentioned 2 quick fouls on Leon's, and I don't want to keep that under control, as he's been the X factor for this Braves team here early on.
Bradley trying to build on this lead here in the last 90 seconds. Get this one to halftime. Johnson wants the lead, and he's short on that 3. Loose ball, and Davis will pull it in. Hickman up to Dean. And Hickman gets it back, looking to drive on Osibor. Osibor's got the size advantage, and he comes away with a block. And up go the Aggies. Here's Brown out in front and lays it in.
Great job by the Aggies getting out in transition, not allowing Bradley to set their defense. And that lay-in ties the game up with 60 seconds to go here before the break.
Pivotal situation here, heading toward halftime. Here's Hickman. Down low, Hanna, and out to Atlason. 3 is off. Brown the rebound. He's the man of the hour for Utah State after that basket on the offensive end and a timeout called. Utah State looking to go over the game plan. They could go 2 for 1 here in the last 40 seconds. As Brown and the Aggies go back to the huddle, we will go down to the 3rd member of our team, Luke Kocher. As he gets ready, Luke Kocher's got more. You'll hear from him a little in the second half as well. And we'll go down to the sidelines. And Luke Kocher, Luke, what do you have for us?
Hey guys, when looking at Utah State, they're obviously coming in with a lot of newcomers. You mentioned it already, one of 3 teams in the nation returning 0 points to its 2023 roster. New Mexico State, Northwestern State, the only 2 teams in the nation with that stat. Tied for 4th in the nation as well, and newcomers with 13. But 2 of those guys coming from Montana State, along with head coach Danny Sprinkle. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Luke, and drop him a follow there as you see his Twitter handle on the screen. And Luke, going over there, Matt, what is going to be the story of the season for Utah State? And what has surprised me here in the first 20 minutes is that relative inexperience has not hurt them. All tied up here going toward halftime. We'll see how these last 40 seconds play out.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Don't get it twisted. Coach Sprinkle brought in a great group of players, especially, I mean, he took the job in April, had a really short timeline to really fill out his entire roster, and did an excellent job doing that in the short turnaround.
Utah State going to hold this here. Doesn't look like they'll go 2 for 1. They'll just look for the best available look they can.
And you see Bradley here going with a little bit of a different look. The 1-2-2 zone, we saw him use a little bit against UAB.
Polo, a nice finish. So we'll see what Bradley can do here. Down to 10 seconds in the half. 3 would give him the lead going into the break. Here's Davis looking, spinning, cutting is Hickman off his foot. And Utah State is going to get that second chance.
Looked like a really good drawn-up play from Bradley to fake it out to the corner, and Hickman goes backdoor on his man. And the pass just a little errant off of his shin. Now Utah State's going to work with 3.7 here, opportunity to get their last shot.
It's going to look a little like a football play on a Saturday afternoon. Brown gets it back, puts one off at the buzzer, it's off. Improbably got it back, Matt. That was almost a steal.
And a beautiful drawn-up play as well, too, from Utah State. Duke Dean almost dove that passing lane, as you mentioned, Joey, but a great first half nonetheless.
Great first half, and Utah State taking a 2-point lead into the halftime locker room. 15 minutes on the board for halftime. Plenty to break down when we come back. You're watching the
Live sports.
It's here. Black Friday week is live at Target.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone
Save now with amazing Black Friday deals.
show me love like this before. I never knew there was
Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday, only at Target.
like this before.
So you think a VR workout isn't a real workout? Tell that to your shoulder. A workout so good, you won't believe it's real. This is Unreal Fitness. This is supernatural.
If you're making a to-do list today, make it easy on yourself. Just write down Reese's, then write down eat them, and then you're kind of done for the day.
Choosing between my hair and sex drive? Not anymore. Support visibly thicker, fuller hair with 100% drug-free hair growth supplements.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com/men.
When you think work, you think boots. You think boots, you think ending the day with the same number of toes you started with. Because you're thinking heavy equipment. You think heavy equipment, you think construction. You think construction, you think welding, torching, and hammering without the smashing, puncturing, and scorching. Now you're thinking on your feet. And when you think feet, you're thinking boots. You think boots, you're thinking Ariat.
We've been living it since day one. Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
It's halftime in Peoria. Utah State a narrow lead over Bradley, 30-28 in what's been a good one. 20 minutes in, 20 to go. Joey Wright and Matt McLean hanging out with you in the booth. And Matt, no shortage of highlights from an energetic first half.
Yeah, without a doubt, both teams out to a really, really fast start. It was the first media timeout, and both teams were shooting 50% from the field. As we get a look at some of it was the great Ossipor show early on. Ossipor, you're going to see a lot here in this package. 19 points in the opening 20 minutes. Foul by Leons, getting the offense going a little bit for the Braves. And, you know, Joey, a lot of what we've seen so far from both teams has been points in the paint, trying to establish a little bit of presence on the inside. Utah State getting 18 points in the paint. You see Ossipor with the flush. Connor Hickman was able to get involved a little bit as well. And, you know, Joey, when we look towards the second half, both teams are going to say, we want more of this. Keep getting to the rack, keep being aggressive, because both teams doing a good job of getting in the paint.
18 points in the paint for Utah State, 12 for Bradley. Utah State also doing a good job on the fast break when they can get those opportunities. 11 points to the Braves, 1 that came on a free throw. getting to the rack has been the story of the game. Utah State has a 2-point lead over Bradley at Carver Arena. Don't go anywhere. Maybe get some popcorn, though, for the second half. Going to be a good one here coming up.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals.
It's here. Black Friday week is live at Target.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone
Save now with amazing Black Friday deals.
show me love like this before. I never knew there was
Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday, only at Target.
like this before.
Football's in full swing. You ready? QB of the future? Check. Division on lock? Check and check. MVP case? A season that's still anyone's season? Check, baby. NFL on ESPN.
We've been living it since day one. Glorious, beautiful, true. Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer. We've been living it since day one. Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
It's in-season tournament time. It's NBA on ESPN time.
Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
The day begins with a Shohei Ohtani strikeout. Swing and a miss. Got it! Ohtani! He has done it! The unicorn does it again! This guy's from another planet!
本当に2つできると思ってましたか?
Kids can dream to hit home runs and strike guys out.
It's hard to draw your dream and go and achieve it. This should be in the Hall of Fame.
昔自分がね、すごい選手を見てた。いう感じで彼も見てます。
Trout strikes out!
Just can't get enough.
大谷翔平、夢の向こうへ。
Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Welcome back to Carver Arena in downtown Peoria, Illinois. 30-28 our score. It's been a good one so far at halftime. Spirited game of musical chairs going on right now. Not those chairs. Those are the chairs you want to be in. Those chairs are safe.
Good ones. Those are good ones. Courtside down there by Zach McAllister. Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Preseason polls starting in the Mountain West. Utah State enters the season at number 9. I think Utah State saw this and took umbrage with it because the Aggies are playing really well here in their first 2 games.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, you know, you pick 9th in the Mountain West. That is a quality conference. Every year they got teams that make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. So a lot to play for. And just remember, it's just a preseason poll. You got 30 games to go out there and prove them wrong.
Could be a wild year in the Mountain West. San Diego State went down last night, so could be a lot of jockeying for position there. San Diego State, I believe, number 17 in the country. And in the Valley, top 3, as you'd expect. Drake, Northern Iowa, Bradley. Pretty much a toss-up between those 3 schools going in. Indiana State and Belmont could make some noise. The Valley, I guess my point is, so wide open, just as the Mountain West is year in and year out. Although Bradley and Drake earned some hardware last year.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is in a super, super competitive conference. And You look at Drake, Northern Iowa, Bradley, picked near the top, but it's really those middle of the pack teams. I mean, you're looking from that 4 to 10 range that was in the preseason poll of just a murderous row of teams that are super, super competitive. Evansville with a good start to the season as well, too. So you look at Valparaiso down there and a really competitive conference and league. And, you know, with the new additions last year, Belmont and UIC and Murray State, a terrific league with those additions as well.
Valparaiso's got a new coach, and Roger Powell, he's getting ready for a homecoming. Valpo at Illinois next week.
He's
so that'll be a
familiar
game.
to these parts in Central Illinois a little bit.
Little bit. It's going to be a fun year in the Valley and in the Mountain West. Got a fun ball game at Carver Arena right now, and looking at the Missouri Valley Conference standings. Not conference standings yet, of course, but Evansville, Murray State off to good starts. UIC 1-0 there, you know, and one of those teams in that middle portion of the conference we talked about, and Bradley a winner against UAB on Friday night, or on Monday night, pardon me, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, Evansville, what we said, preseason poll, picked near the bottom, 2-0 record start the season, right? I mean, Murray State off to a good start as well, too. So this is the part of the year you want to go out, get experience, learn your rotation, get your newcomers acclimated. We're seeing that from Utah State tonight with a really, really good first half showing with a 2-point advantage here over the Braves.
Good chance early in the season to make a statement. Bradley looking to make a statement against Utah State with a strong second half tonight. And on the other side of that coin, Utah State looking to prove that 13 newcomers, not cause for concern. 30-28 is our score at Carver Arena. We'll hear from Luke Kocher when we come back. This is the
Live sports.
This time of year, there's one workshop on everyone's mind. The one that spends the whole year making toys and gifts. The Home Depot Kids Workshop, teaching those who will one day build their own homes and communities that doing is a gift you can share with everyone. Happy holidays from the Home Depot.
It's here. Black Friday week is live at Target. Save now with amazing Black Friday deals. Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday, only at Target.
So you think a VR workout isn't a real workout? Tell that to your shoulder. A workout so good, you won't believe it's real. This is Unreal Fitness. This is supernatural.
We're building a better postal service for more on-time deliveries and easier, affordable ways to ship, so you can deliver even more holiday joy. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America.
When your family is growing in ways you never expected, agents who are realtors are here for it.
You'd like to be outside the city.
Here for the journey. Here with local knowledge beyond the listing. Because we're realtors, experts in what we do, bound by a code of ethics.
Hi.
We're here for it all.
Good boy.
Because that's who we are.
We've been living it since day one. Glorious, beautiful, true. Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer. We've been living it since day one. Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
Welcome back to Carver Arena in Peoria, Illinois. 30-28, the second half fast approaching. A trip to Arch Madness in St. Louis isn't complete without visiting the NBC Fan Hangout. Arch Madness tips off March 7th through 10th, and the NBC Fan Hangout at Ballpark Village is the best place to celebrate before and after games, featuring restaurants, entertainment, and all things Arch Madness. For more information, visit archmadness.com and click on Fan Hangout. Let's go down courtside to the third member of our team. Luke Kocher has an update for us. Luke, take it away.
Hey guys, when looking at some of the stats from this first half, you look at Bradley's side first. Hickman and Davis both with 7 points for the Braves, but Leons, Hanna, and Birch all with 3 rebounds. We're looking at Utah State. The story's obviously great. Osabar leading the way with 19 points through the first half. Another interesting storyline to follow is Josh Aduje had 19 points in their last game against the South Dakota Mines, but has 0 right now for Utah State. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Luke, and a great point on Josh Aduje. 8 of 8 from the field, a terrific performance against South Dakota Mines. And Matt, he's attempted just 1 field goal to this point so far. Bradley doing a nice job. I'm going to guess he was pretty high on their scouting report entering this one.
Yeah, without a doubt, and Bradley doing a great job on Aduje so far. We mentioned he's the key to the game. We may have missed the boat with that one because Osabar has been tremendous, but that just says Bradley maybe was focusing on Aduje a little bit, but nonetheless, to see if the Aggies can get him going in the second half, because really without him doing too much offensively in the first half, still a tremendous effort from them. And, you know, we heard Luke mention Bradley got a little bit more of a balanced scoring attack in the first half, but Duke Dean was quiet in the first half, a big-time scorer for them. So see if both teams can get their big-time production from their guards to step up a little bit here in the second half.
For Utah State, it's been Osabar with 19, and then Ian Martinez with 5. Agbankpolo has 2, and Isaac Johnson and Darius Brown II have 2 apiece as well. But Bradley, their leading scorers, 7 and 7 for Hickman and Christian Davis. As you mentioned, that a balanced scoring approach. Going to be fun to see how it all shakes out in the second half.
Yeah, and really neither team able to get out and transition too much in the first half, and both teams really want to do that. That's a big part of their game plan. So defense has kind of been the star here. Let's see if the offenses get going in the second half. We see Bradley in the first half shooting just under 40%. Both teams right around that 39% clip.
Saw plenty of fans here. That last shot at Carver Arena as the second half gets underway. Malavi Leons trying to open up the scoring for Bradley in the second half, and he can't knock that one down. 30-28, the score remains. And here's Utah State's first possession. See what halftime adjustments they made, if any. Osabar has the ball here, leading all scorers by a significant margin. And here's Aduje looking for his first points tonight, up top to Brown. Officials tonight, Rick Crawford, Brett Smith, and Marcus Pettigrew. As Mason Falslev pulls up a 3, just a little too strong. Osabar the rebound.
Now what a surprise, he's everywhere. They got a touch to him at the beginning of this possession. He keeps this one alive and potentially an assist. And no good on the 3, and then off of Darius Hanna's knees, gonna stay with the Aggies and potentially get a third shot here on this opening possession of the second half for Utah State.
Would have been Osabar's first assist tonight, had 4 of them against South Dakota Mines, in addition to 9 rebounds. Just missed a double-double with 14 points, pardon me. Osabar gets it back here.
This is a matchup he's gonna like going baseline. A beautiful move, and Jonovic swats it away.
Meta with the block. Here's Hanna for Bradley, looking for space, driving all the way, and finishes.
Love that from Darius Hanna, going right down Main Street. Gets it to go with the left-hand flip, plus he's fouled. A chance to give Bradley the lead here early in the second half.
And one for Hanna, the second half hero and overtime hero for Bradley in its opener. Keep referencing that UAB game, but a small sample size for both these teams. Hanna to the line for one more. And Hanna attempting his first free throw off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Bradley from the line tonight, now 5 of 9. Here's Brown, 10 on 10 as Hickman picks him up, and now it's 14 on 14. The matchup we talked about before the game. Aduje misses from the field. Missouri Valley Conference's best defender wins that battle, as was determined a year ago. Here's Hannah. Looking, Hannah has it stripped and a whistle and contact.
Yeah, you see Darius Hannah just driving at will every time he gets the ball, pretty much looking to get downhill, and picks up, draws another foul rather. And Darius Hannah doing a good job of getting the Bradley offense going.
Udige on the foul, his first of the game. Dean out top, Darius Brown defending. Here's Hickman. Stops, gets his own rebound, and a little too strong on the putback. He did have a putback earlier.
He did, and Jonovic almost right there came over his own teammate, getting in his way. Utah State responds. Osobor underneath, working the baseline, using that rim as protection to not get that shot block attempt by Jonovic. Instead, Jonovic fouls. Osobor goes back to the line.
Jonovic on the foul. That's going to be his second foul of the contest. His first, pardon me. That's been the matchup to watch here so far in the second half. 2 minutes in. Jonovic playing some big minutes. 7'1" center from Serbia as Osobor's off on the first. Haven't gotten an official indication as to attendance yet. It's a good crowd. They make plenty of noise as Osobor off on his second.
I think a new promotion. Everybody just got free pizza for 2 second-half missed free throws. So you get a little cheer for that, of course.
There you go. At Utah State, if they score 80 points, it's free Culvers at home.
And a little miscommunication there. Jonovic looking for Leon's going baseline. Leon's realized it wasn't there, checked back to the corner. It was too late. Matt had already fired that pass out of bounds. Brian Worrell not happy with that one.
There's Utah State. Up top, Udige's three. Doesn't connect, and Hannah keeps it alive for Bradley. Dean the other way. Looking, stops. Can't fire. And the rebound hauled in by Fauslev.
That's Dean's signature shot 3 times against UAB. He had that transition stop and pop three-pointer. Unable to get that one to go, and Utah State maybe gets away with Fauslev with too many steps.
Bradley wanted to travel, didn't get it. Utah State can't connect, out of bounds. Who touched it last? It was Utah State. Hickman would have been the player to touch it for Bradley. Didn't catch who it deflected off for the Aggies, but Bradley will keep it.
Like Osobor, once again, the active hands coming over and trying to get an offensive rebound. Knocked it out of Hickman's hands and goes back towards the Braves.
30-all as the scoring has slowed down here in Peoria. Both offenses came out firing. Defense is settled in here. Here's Hannah for Bradley with a little contact, can't finish. And Brown for Utah State up the sideline. Gets a screen from Osobor. And down low, Osobor with one hand, finishes. Second one-handed slam tonight.
Beautiful finish by Osobor, and love that two-man game right there. Osobor slips to the paint. Dean and Leons have a miscommunication. Osobor slips past it for a second flush.
Dean, a jumper to respond. Off the mark, Brown the rebound.
And Utah State, defensively, second half has been absolutely suffocating. You see a beautiful drive by Brown. Teardrop doesn't go.
In and out, and we'll see if Bradley can get some momentum here on the offensive end. Feels like Utah State has the momentum. Not a lot of scoring, though, this stretch here, early in the second half. Just 4 combined points. Each team has a bucket as it kicks off our official and kicks out of bounds and takes us to the first break of the second half. Utah State with a narrow lead. Still plenty of ball to play in Peoria at Carver Arena. Stick around. We're back after this on the Valley on ESPN.
I don't know Jake from State Farm.
But just imagine, my homes and my auto.
Best bundle in the league, baby. Man, why can't Patrick change his name? It could be Kelsey, and Kelsey, how much you can save by bundling home and auto. Yeah? If you make the letters smaller.
Home, auto, let's go. Come on, model, let's get it. Put your jersey on.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Bradley University student-athletes live their sport, so when an injury occurs, they need a team of specialists focused and ready to get them back in action. The sports medicine doctors at OSF Healthcare, in partnership with Great Plains Orthopedics, are specially trained to restore function to injured athletes so they can get back to competing as soon as possible. OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics are proud to be the official sports medicine providers for Bradley Athletics.
For nearly 3 decades, there have been celebrations, excitement, moments, and memories. 30 years of Arch Madness at Enterprise Center, and it begins here in downtown St. Louis. The 2024 State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship, presented by Valley Sports Midwest and Great Southern Bank, tips off March 7th through 10th. Celebrate 30 years of Arch Madness at Enterprise Center. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
Welcome back to Carver Arena in Peoria, Illinois. MVC student athletes are positively impacting the communities where they live by sharing views and fostering a climate for change for future Valley pioneers. Learn more at mvc-sports.com/OneValley. There's Barry Freeman, U.S. Air Force veteran, being honored here at Carver Arena. Bradley does this at every home game at the under-16 timeout. They bring a veteran out and honor their service. We thank Barry for his service in the United States military and all our veterans watching 100%. This evening on this Veterans Day holiday.
Thank you all for your service. You're what make this amazing country so amazing, and we take this day to honor you. Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day indeed. 32-30, a good one here at Carver Arena. Here's Connor Hickman knocking it down, and Bradley back to the point, 33-32.
Yeah, Coach Sprinkle unhappy with that. Looked like off a pick and roll, looked like a under the screen from his defender, leaving Hickman wide open as Bradley regains the lead.
Exactly what the Braves needed out of that timeout. Utah State and Falslev trying to respond. Off the mark, and Hickman the rebound. See if the Braves can lock in the momentum here. Hickman driving, has some space, up and in, and one for Hickman.
And Falslev never stopped the ball. Hickman gets out in transition, gets right down the lane. Looked like Falslev never came up to stop Hickman's momentum. Gets all the way to the hoop, scores it, and the foul. Beautiful move, Connor Hickman.
At the line for one more. Falslev will come out. Agbankpolo comes in. Take another look.
Yeah, and that's way too easy for a player like Connor Hickman's quality. You see right there, the free throw no good, but nonetheless, terrific job by Hickman. Utah State trying to get out and transition themselves.
And an opportunity flying in there. Nigel Burris looked like he was going to bring the house down. Gets 2 points. Either way, they still count the same. Atlason for Bradley. Almar Atlason from Iceland knocks it down. And both teams heating up now after they started the second half. Matt, just 2 of 16 combined from the field.
Yeah, 100%. That's one that's really tough to guard by Utah State. Atlason, the game plan says, you're looking at the blueprint, he's going to shoot the three. He gives him the shot fake, goes to the hoop. Great job by the freshman there to get to the rack.
Loose ball. Burris gets it back, and see what Utah State can do. Here's Ian Martinez, picked up by Demarion Birch. Martinez gonna pull up a deep three there, couldn't connect, and here's Hickman. Hickman gives to Leons. Foot was on the line, gives to Davis, who's beyond the arc, and he knocks down a three.
Yeah, Carver Arena loves that as well. Come to their feet. Danny Sprinkle needs a timeout. Christian Davis, a big three. The Braves really getting that momentum going. A beautiful job there getting out in transition. Great pass by Leons as well.
40-30, Bradley out in front by 6. Braves storm back from a 2-point deficit, and Utah State takes a timeout. Still plenty of ball to play. This is the
Live Sports.
Oh, Metro has home internet?
Yep, we have 5G home internet for $20 if you're eligible.
Does the price go up after?
Nope, none of that exploding bill yada yada here. At Metro, there's nada yada yada.
Nada yada yada?
We don't even have activation fees this holiday.
Perfect. We hate surprises. Yeah!
5G home internet for $20. Only at Metro.
Will you join me?
Now, see Napoleon in 70mm and IMAX. Napoleon, rated R, now playing.
We love our house.
It's on a great block, tree-lined streets.
The neighbors are observant.
And we're back at the Sullivan house.
It's lawn day, Sheila, and the leaves are piling up.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Nothing but air.
Hate to see that.
Geico. Bundling made easy.
Does it still count as ending the night with McDonald's if you order it for breakfast the morning after? I'm ordering either way. Order McDelivery in the app.
It's here. Black Friday week is live at Target.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone
Save now with amazing Black Friday deals.
show me love like this before. I never knew there was
Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday, only at Target.
like this before.
Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
The 2024 State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament marks 30 years at Enterprise Center. Mark your calendars for March 7th through 10th and celebrate 30 years of Arch Madness at Enterprise Center. Get your all-session tickets tonight and save nearly $25 by calling 309-677-2625 or order online at BradleyBraves.com. Support the Braves and experience March Madness. This is the Valley on ESPN. Take a look at some highlights. Bradley heating up, Matt. A 10-2 run in the last minute 43.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of Bradley getting downhill. Connor Hickman getting involved, a couple big threes. We've had Bradley's offense really come to life here, and a lot of it has been defense getting stops and getting it to transition. And Bradley with another big stop here, and Davis rips it away.
Polo went up for the shot. Davis wins the battle. Here's Birch for Bradley. Nice move. And a finish for Demarion Birch.
Yeah, Birch got a really good game against UAB. Getting to the hoop, he missed 3 lay-ins. Couldn't get anyone to go. Right there, you see the quick crossover. A little bit of Allen Iverson in that crossover. Gets the rack, finishes with the left hand. Bradley out to its biggest lead.
Going down low to Osibor and a foul called. Davis, I believe he's going to pick that foul up.
Great help side defense there. Davis comes back underneath Osibor, which has no room to work as he gets the lob. And Davis swipes down. And Utah State inbounds, baseline.
We'll go to Osibor here. Big man holding it with one hand there. Here's Brown. Darius Brown, the second, has been a big part of this offense tonight. 5 points, 9 attempts from the field. And here's Johnson fading away. Can't get it. And Hickman can't hold on to it.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Utah State catches a break, though. And you were talking about Brown a little bit and his ability to facilitate. Had an excellent first half. He's got 6 assists here tonight. Really doing a great job facilitating. You really need somebody to help up other than Osibor in the scoring department, though.
Martinez wanted the 3. No. Down low, Johnson. Plenty of contact. Everyone hits the deck. Davis is going to pick that foul up, and he knows it. That's 3 on number 5 for Bradley.
Darius Hannah going to check back in for Davis, who gets a well-earned round of applause. It's been excellent on the offensive end here in this little 3-minute stretch for Bradley, making this big run to extend the lead. Utah State's going to get another chance here.
Bradley's 8-point lead, its largest of the night so far. Osibor going to work on Atlason, lost it. Utah State gets it back. Polo for 3. Every surface it could have hit. And a foul there on the floor.
And Brian Hill says right there. needs a break to go Bradley's way right now. It seems like Utah State's getting the calls at the minute, but you got to give Osibor a ton of credit right there. Active hands once again, keeping the play alive, and opportunity to go one-on-one here, backing up Atlason, but the help comes over.
Utah State might be getting the calls, not the baskets though. Their last field goal 3 minutes ago, and another call there goes Utah State's way. And you can hear the Carver Arena faithful starting to make their voice heard.
And Joey, that's 4 straight fouls on this possession for Bradley as well, so understandably upset a little bit. It's a physical game, and Bradley getting called for 4 straight fouls. Hannah comes out to hedge that screen.
Just over 2 minutes, pardon me, since Utah State's last field goal came from Nigel Burris. Set a travel, and that possession, thank goodness for Bradley's sake, finally ends. Utah State, though, has to be incredibly frustrated. So many chances, no points to show for it.
Yeah, empty possession. It lasted about 1 minute and 10 seconds there for the Aggies, but nothing to show for it. And Bradley an opportunity to boost this lead into double digits for the first time.
Hannah for Bradley. Takes the handoff to Hickman. Atlason's 3 short, and Martinez comes away with it for Utah State. Up the sideline, pushes ahead, tries to go coast to coast. Osibor's down low, and a foul on Hannah.
Yeah, Martinez doing a good job pushing the fast break by himself. Osibor cleared out there in the lane. Looked like he had Hannah pinned on his back for an easy bucket. That's one of those fouls you're okay with. Darius Hannah picking that one up, preventing the easy land.
Utah State from the baseline. Here's Martinez. Osibor out in front. High-low. We saw that work a lot for the Aggies early. Johnson, a 3, deep 3 out top, and he knocked it down.
Yeah, you see the 7-foot frame there from Isaac Johnson. 7 foot, 227, can shoot like that. A huge dual threat. Able to get that one to go.
Down
and they
low,
get Johnson on the foul there.
Isaac Johnson making it happen. Big 3 there for Utah State. Puts it at a 5-point game, under 12 minutes to play at Carver Arena. This is the Valley on ESPN. Don't go any.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals.
It's here. Black Friday week is live at Target. Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday, only at Target.
7 layers, 1 perfect pan. The one and only Analon X. The only non-stick engineered for flavor. And the only non-stick that keeps oil in the center. Patented SearTech surface sears like cast iron. Irresistibly good. Truly metal utensil safe and built to last. Analon X is truly dishwasher and oven safe. Bake, baste, boil, sear. 1 pan, infinite possibilities. Analon X, the most advanced, safe nonstick cookware.
Good morning, you, and you. For the you who wakes up with a pile. Away luggage brings you color and style. For the you who must navigate what life reveals. Away suitcases have 360-degree wheels. Our luggage and bags fit together and are built to last through whatever. Keeping things easy for all of the yous, so you can take in all of the views. Ready for everywhere. Away.
They say there's a first time for everything. And this November proves it. It's the first time all 30 are all in. 6 groups where 8 teams advance.
These teams have all the star power
to conquer a brand new bracket. This is must-see TV in the new NBA Cup. So the question is, who's going to be first to take it? It's in-season tournament time. It's NBA on ESPN time. It's in-season tournament time. It's NBA on ESPN time.
MVC student athletes are positively impacting the communities where they live by sharing views and fostering a climate for change for future Valley pioneers. To learn more about mobilizing voices for change, visit mvc-sports.com/OneValley. Not in the Missouri Valley Conference, the Mountain West for Utah State. And Matt, they've got a tough slate of games ahead here as they work through non-conference play.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, Utah State in a battle tonight. When you look what's coming up for them, Southern Utah, Marshall, but a team that many are familiar with here in the Midwest. SLU, a big game for them, and what St. Louis is able to do the last couple of years. You see San Diego on there as well too, so tough stretch coming up for Utah State, but obviously they're mostly focused on the last 11:45 here in Peoria, and a 5-point deficit, 12 minutes to go. Everything to play for still this evening.
If you're just joining us, we've had the momentum shift back and forth several times tonight. Bradley had it, a 10-2 run, and they keep it going there to build on that lead. Now a 7-point advantage. Duke Dean says hello. They had been on a 10-2 run, Matt, but Utah State has cut into that, thanks in large part to Isaac Johnson, who hits another 3.
Yeah, you see what it means to him as well. He is pumped up, getting Utah State's offense going here. 2 huge 3-pointers, 6 straight points for Johnson.
Whistle there and a foul. Isaac Johnson from American Fork, Utah, product of American Fork High School. Started his college career at Oregon, played 13 games for the Ducks last season, or pardon me, 2 seasons ago. 13 games, scored 33 points, 16 rebounds, redshirted last year. Entered his college career as ESPN's number 53 overall recruit. Averaged 18.7 points per game as a senior in high school. As Duke Dean, a free throw there for the Braves.
And Joey, you're talking about Johnson and his accolades, and those 2 huge threes, just picked up his 4th foul. Got to go back to the bench. He's been instant offense here for Utah State the past couple possessions. He goes and sits down, and you look at it, Duke Dean, those are 2 bonus shots right there, as Utah State already 7 fouls. Bradley's next foul will be their 7th as well, so both teams shooting free throws on every foul the rest of the way. 12 minutes to go.
Down low, Martinez steps through traffic. Leons comes away with it. Dean up ahead for Bradley. Feed to Hannah. And Hannah can't quite catch, or Davis, pardon me, but Davis can't quite catch up with it. And it'll stay with Bradley as it's off of a Utah State shoot.
Agbankolo did a great job of getting back in transition there and knocking that one away. It looked like a surefire Bradley lay-in as Utah State's defense gets to reset now and guard in the half court.
Leons over to Dean. Duke Dean started his college career at Troy. Going to be a big part of the Braves' game plan this season. 5'8" senior from Shreveport, Louisiana. Here's Hickman. To Malavi Leons. Now down to Meta. Turns and drops it down. Jonovic making it happen.
Beautiful footwork as well for the big man from Serbia down there. Doing a good job keeping his pivot. Switches off and lays it in with the lefty hook.
7-point lead for Bradley. Osobor downstairs and one, and that's what's been missing from great Osobor so far tonight, or so far in the second half.
Sorry, Joey, to jump in there, but my goodness, the offhand spin off the glass as he's falling down. How about that finish? A great finish for Osobor.
Can't say that's been missing tonight. He had a tremendous first half, but he's been quiet here in the last 10 minutes or so. Heating up there. Let's see if he can knock in a free throw. 4 of 6 at the line, make it 4 for 7. A 5-point lead now for Bradley. Getting toward crunch time at Carver Arena. Hickman a screen, Jonovic, Hickman, and a foul.
And Hickman went down really hard. Looked like he grabbed his left knee. And down a lot of pain right now. Asking for help up, he's all right. You see Agbankolo was the guy that comes from behind and hits Hickman on the foul, picking up his 3rd. And Connor Hickman goes back to the line looking for his 13th and 14th points respectively.
And Hickman has just one of them at the charity stripe tonight, 1 of 2. Hickman's first up and in. 48 to 42.
And one of the unquestioned leaders on this Bradley team. Coach Wardle says he's got 2 guys in the backcourt that are his leaders, Hickman and Dean. Vocal leaders lead by example. Connor Hickman right there goes down hard. 2 great free throws after a scare of an injury, and boosts it up to 14 points for the contest.
Hickman hit the floor right next to Bradley's videographer, Jacob Steinberg. Brought him some good luck at the charity stripe there. Knocked them both down.
Got to give Jacob a shout out. One of the good ones.
Out top, Agbankolo. Back iron, not so kind.
Osobor hits the deck. Bradley might have numbers here.
Here's Hickman. with the right hand, knocks it in.
I love what I saw there from Jonovic there too as well. Seals his defender on his back. The help side defense can't get to Hickman. And Bradley's faithful standing up now at Carver.
Great crowd on hand at Carver Arena tonight. Here's Udije with a little touch. No, Martinez cleans it up and silences the crowd.
And Martinez has been a great spark off the bench as well. Didn't play in the opening game of the season. And a great putback there. Much needed bucket for the Aggies. See if they can get a stop now.
Dean all the way across the floor to Davis. In and out on the three, and the rebound for Martinez. And a big possession here for Utah State. Bradley just had its largest lead of the contest. Aggies need some momentum here. Martinez a free. Didn't catch anything. Contact on the rebounds. And a Utah State foul.
Yeah, a really loose ball there off of a air ball. And it looked like it was going to be Hickman going to get the ball, but then held his defender, pushed him out a little bit. It's going to get Udije on the grab, go to the free throw line.
Bradley foul, brings Hickman out of the game. And Hickman doesn't really have to worry about fouls so much. That's his first. That does put Utah State, well, Utah State was already in the bonus. That's Bradley's 8th foul. So here's Udije. Has 3 points. They've all come in the second half on a 3. These are his first free throws tonight, if he makes the first. And it is up and in.
Yeah, Udije been quiet tonight after a 19-point performance against South Dakota Mines, and he's going to play a big part here down the last 8 minutes and change. If the Aggies are going to come and get this victory, they're going to need some scoring from Udije.
Missed it. Still loose. Utah State comes away with it. Utah State, the king of second chances tonight. They've had a couple of long possessions. One in particular here earlier in the second half. That's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Aggies.
And Sacco did a great job there, not giving up on the play. A couple of tips. He gets to it, knocks it out. Now Utah State with 13 seconds to operate here down in the coffin corner.
Bradley, a team that prides itself on offensive rebounds. Defensive rebounds pretty even. Bradley actually has a 1-rebound lead, but Utah State 11 boards on the offensive glass. Bradley has 5. Here's Brown, a 3, in and out, almost counted. But it's not horseshoes. Up goes Dean. And slows it down.
See if they can get Hannah a post touch here as he faces up Sacco.
Out top to Birch. Birch to Leon's, looking to go to work down low, off the block, and a foul.
Yeah, really, really tough there by Leon, spinning into the defender. Agwan Polo says, what else am I supposed to do straight up? But great job of Leon's drawing the contact. Gets to go to the line for 2. And that's 4 now on Agwan Polo.
Agbanpolo's played 16 minutes tonight, one of 2 Utah State players with 4 fouls. Johnson the other. Burris coming back into the game, and Bradley will bring in Atlason. Looks like Atlason's going to come in for Leon, so he'll stay on the sideline for now. 17 fouls for Utah State overall tonight. Bradley has 14, and number 14 at the line off the mark. Bradley now 9 of 15 at the charity stripe.
Yeah, 9 of 15, talking 60% from the free throw line. And that was one of the Achilles heels for Bradley last year, was their inability to convert from the free throw line. Game 1 was a lot better, shot 81%. Last year, Bradley shot just 66%.
Martinez can't connect, it's still loose. Out of bounds. Bradley appeals that it was last touched by Utah State, and that is the case, and that will take us to the under 8 media timeout. Bradley has climbed back ahead by 7 points. We'll see Christian Davis inbound the ball when we come back. You're watching the Valley on ESPN. Thanks for spending your Saturday night with us at Carver Arena.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months.
Thanks for spending your Saturday night with us at Carver Arena.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Guys, listen up. This entire season boils down to one word.
Bundle home and auto.
But that's 4 words.
Not if you bundle them.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dear Freedom, what forms do you take? More miles driven? More dollars saved? More life embraced? And more electrified vehicles than any other brand? Yours, Toyota Hybrids. That's right, Toyota has more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Carver Arena at the Peoria Civic Center in downtown Peoria, Illinois. 52-45. Great early season contest. Second game of the season for both teams. Joey Wright and Matt McLean in with you. And Matt, here's what's ahead for Bradley. You better get an ESPN Plus subscription if you don't have one, because that's where you'll be able to watch all these games. Some really good ones here for Bradley upcoming.
Yeah, Tarleton State, that game coming up is actually here at Carver Arena on Tuesday the 14th. And then Bradley goes out to California, where they're going to compete in the SoCal Challenge. That's actually on the 20th versus Tulane. The next game, whether they win or lose, will play the winner of Cal or UTEP before coming home and playing Vermont. And then guess what? End of November, beginning of December, Valley Conference play. You play those 2 regular season games in conference before you finish up the non-con in December and the new schedule with the Valley and everything. But Bradley has a severely tough schedule here before we even talk about getting into conference play.
It's going to be a tough go for the Braves, although they're off to a good start this season, 1-0, and a chance to pick up a big win over a good Utah State program here tonight. Down low, kick out, Atlason feeding to Davis, 3. Can't connect. And the rebound brought in. Go ahead, man.
Absolutely. Sorry, Joey. Excellent ball movement there from the Braves. They get the ball out. Birch drives an extra pass. Davis unable to get it to go.
Martinez shuffles and knocks it down. Ian Martinez with a terrific finish there, making his season debut tonight. Did not play against South Dakota Mines. Big win for the Aggies to open the season.
Yeah, and that's big offense off the bench as well from Martinez. 9 points off the bench here so far.
And Hanna finishes with contact. He'll go to the line for one more.
His offensive game has just progressed leaps and bounds since coming to Bradley now as a senior. Man, every time he catches the ball, he's facing up, triple threat, sizes up his defender. Beautiful move there on the baseline. Gets the left-handed hook to go in, plus the foul.
Moving into a stretch where both teams kind of matching each other on the offensive end. Neither side really has significant momentum right now. Hanna at the line.
And free throw line once again. Bradley really struggling tonight. Is at 9 of 16 now from the charity stripe.
And 4 of 9 in the second half. By the way, in this second half, points off the bench. Get to those in just a second here as Davis kicks it out to Udije.
Send a double team on Osibor. Look at that, wide open 3.
And Brown knocks it down. Brown opened the scoring, way back win for either side tonight. Had the first point of the game and makes it a 4-point game here tonight. Duke Dean tries to answer.
And Osibor's absolutely balling tonight. He sees that double team coming and fires it out. The wide open 3 and looking for an answer here potentially. We're gonna get a block first though on Martinez, blocking off that drive from Leons.
Arguably better to take the foul there than give Leons or perhaps Christian Davis an open look at things, since Leons back to the line, especially when both teams are pretty cool from the charity stripe here. Make them earn them.
Yeah, Malvi Leons, one of those guys you want at the free throw line though. You think back to last year, the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament semifinals. Bradley down by 1 point, needs 2 free throws with about 5 seconds to go. Leons knocks them both down. He's one of those clutch performers, but misses the front end right there. Number 2 here coming up.
Bradley tonight, 9 of 18, and even 50% at the charity stripe. Utah State, 5 of 9. Shooting in general, it's been pretty cool for either side. 3-point line, Utah State's 5 of 24, Bradley's 3 of 17. Leons missed the second.
Curse of the commentator. I hit him with it.
Yeah. The jinx didn't quite work earlier when we tried it.
Let's see if Utah State can get within 1 possession here as Osibor goes to work.
And Hannah intercepts the loose ball and turns it over, turns it over there. Was looking for Leons, and he wasn't home.
Both teams a little bit careless with the ball right there. Back-to-back turnovers. And Utah State gonna get another crack at this though, just down 4 here with 6:10 to go.
And here's Udije, inbounding and finding Darius Brown.
And Brown has been excellent. See if they can maybe get a little screen and roll going with him. You see the feed outside to Akbankolo.
Udije has his pass blocked by Davis. And Christian Davis, 6'7" redshirt junior. Played sparingly last year, had a high of 8 points in 23 games. Did play big minutes against Liberty, a couple other games early on. Comes over from Lemoyne prior to that. And it seems like, Matt, this is going to be the season Davis really steps out of his shell for the Braves. As, how about that, an answer from Darius Brown.
Absolutely massive shot there. A little bit of a broken possession from Utah State, but they get the 3 ball to go down. And that 3 rolls around every part of the rim and goes in.
Carver crowd getting into it here. Osibor, tonight's leading scorer with 18. Here's Hannah. Looking, Dean cutting, Dean's not open. Leons is, Leons behind his back. And it's knocked loose, and Utah State will take over. Almost a terrific, well, it was a terrific move from Leons, couldn't finish.
Yeah, the behind the back dribble creates a little bit of separation, but Osibor sticks with him, and whether it was Brown initially on the ball defense, gets passed across the way. Osibor did a great job as well. And now the Aggies with the opportunity to take the lead here with 5 to go.
Utah State has not led in just north of 10 minutes. 15:44 was their last lead. It was 32-30. 3 on the way would give them the lead. And count it. Agbankolo knocks it down.
And it's another assist from Brown. He's facilitating, getting everything done for the Aggies on the offensive end. A huge 3-pointer from Agbankolo. And the Aggies storm in front.
Utah State on a run. We'll see if Bradley can lock it in here and finish down the stretch. 5 minutes to play. Keep it right here during this timeout. And Matt, it's been that kind of game. Bradley's largest lead, 9. Utah State had a few leads in the first half there. This is their first lead in 10 minutes. Aggies come storming back. And we'll go down to the 3rd member of our team for a sideline report from Luke Kocher.
Hey guys, you talked earlier about Connor Hickman and the leader he has been on this Braves team. Obviously the Braves are down by 2 now, but Hickman not nominated on the preseason for NBC preseason awards, excuse me. And he was not on the NBC awards at the end of last season either. While his stats may not come up great, he's one of the leaders on this team along with Duke Dean and Malavi Leons. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Luke. And yeah, that was surprising. You know, looking at what Connor Hickman did last year, started all 34 of Bradley's games, was 5th on the team in points, ranks highly up there in terms of returning points with the important pieces Bradley lost from a year ago. And Hickman has the ball now. Let's see what he can do.
Bradley needs an answer here. They got a mismatch down low. They can get it to Meta.
And they do. And Jonovic finishes at the basket, and this game's tied.
Yeah, good job there, running a screen, and Jonovic seals off Falslev, keeps the defender there. They get the ball down low, and it's a tie ball game.
Brown sets up this possession for Utah State. Osibor, feet down low, Agbankolo, the man of the hour, but can't finish there. Leon's the rebound, and here's Hickman.
Yeah, getting close to crunch time. It's going to come down to players making plays here with 4 minutes to go. Tie ball game. See what Bradley can cook up here with Hickman.
Deep three wouldn't go. Meta's down there for the rebound. No, second chance doesn't go. It's loose. Dean's got it. And the shot clock at 15. Bradley's got some time.
Excellent hustle by Dean and Jonovic, keeping this possession alive. Just 9 to shoot, though.
Hickman drives baseline. Whistle. Lost it. And he was out of bounds there. He's upset with himself as we go under 4 minutes to play. They'll have a chance to talk it over. Had a lane, stepped out, and this game's tied. Don't go anywhere. 0-0 it may as well be as we head to the finish line. This is the Valley.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just announced just in time for Black Friday. Get $4,000 purchase cash on select 2023 Sierra models. That's 8% below MSRP.
Whoa, the new iPhone 15. With that amazing camera, I'll be sharing pics from this one.
You do not want to see yourself skiing.
You look like a marshmallow.
Join T-Mobile and get 4 new iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines of unlimited for $25 a line.
We want to take the shortcut.
You lost?
And not be in danger. Sadly, we can't have it all, except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips.
All knotted up at 56 at Carver Arena, the Valley on ESPN. Thanks for spending your Saturday night with us. I think you've been duly rewarded. It's been a great one so far. Joey Wright and Matt McClain in with you. Matt, looking at what Utah State's done, especially in the paint tonight, they've been tough to stop, but Bradley has had some answers.
Yeah, without a doubt. Got to give the Aggies a ton of credit. Last 4 minutes on an 11-4 run to tie this up at 56 apiece. A couple of huge three-pointers. It was Johnson getting them go from 3 earlier. And then, boom, Agban Polo. And guess what? It's been Darius Brown. He's been doing a little bit of everything. 10 points, 8 assists, getting his guys involved. 17 assists on the team. He's got almost half of them. Really doing a great job of running the offense. Utah State taking a lot of punches to the chin, a lot of body blows. But guess what? In this ball game with 4 minutes to go, tie game.
Kaboom's got the selfie stick. He's going to need the camera out here down the stretch. Going to be a great finish. Bradley has caught Utah State in terms of points in the paint. It was never a runaway for the Aggies, and it's tied at 28 in that regard. Half of the points for either side have come in the painted area. Down low, Udije can't finish. Rebound for Utah State, still loose, and kept alive by Jonovic. Meta keeps it in.
And a great job there by Jonovic to influence that shot initially and keeping the play alive as well. Now Bradley with a chance to take the lead.
And here's Hickman for the Braves.
They got a mismatch on Leon, so they got Falslev down there. See if they can get him the rock.
Not yet. Jonovic hands off to Dean. Dean out top.
Got to shoot it.
Shot clock down to 3. Hickman's going to beat the buzzer with the 3. Knocks it down.
See what it means to Connor Hickman as well. Pumps the fist. And now Bradley's defense has to get it done. See if Utah State can come up with a response.
Back to a 3-point game in Peoria. Utah State needs an answer. Osibor, pardon me, down low, has to give it up. Agbankpolo a 3 to respond. Can't finish. And Bradley will slow it down.
And get the ball in Connor Hickman's hands, see what kind of offense they can run here in the half court. Opportunity to make this a two-possession games, rather.
Here's Hickman's got the crowd behind him. Hickman drives. Gives it up. Dean, a corner 3. In and out. Osibor kept it in, kept it open for Brown to haul in the rebound. Brown calls for a screen. Hickman guards him. False left drives. And Bradley not letting Utah State penetrate just yet. Here's Brown a 3. And knocks it down. This game's tied.
Yeah, I've said it all night. He has been absolutely outstanding running this offense. He's one of those old school guys. Coach Sprinkle told us, one of those guys, when he wants to get a shot off, he can get it. And right there, a huge 3 to respond. And Brian Wardle wants to talk it over.
Bradley had 2 timeouts left. Now they're down to 1. And Matt, I think if there was any question about what Utah State's bringing to the table this season, with 13 newcomers, no returning points, Brian Wardle and the Braves, the unfortunate first Division I opponent, to find out what's on the other end.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Sprinkle told us, hey, our guys are going to battle some adversity tonight. Bradley's going to go on some 5-0 runs, 6-0 runs. It's how we respond. And I tell you what, you got to give him a ton of credit for the coaching job he has done tonight, keeping his guys in the game. And, you know, Coach Wardle as well, he told us before the game, he said, look, these are Division I players. Utah State's going to come out and play really tough. And we have had 38 excellent minutes of basketball here, back and forth. And, you know, what we've talked about over the past couple of years in these broadcasts is our play-by-play guy, Brian Beto, who's not here tonight covering the Missouri Valley Conference Soccer Championships. Beats, what's up, man? We miss you. But Joey doing an excellent job. What Brian always talks about is the excellent job that Coach Wardle does out of these timeouts. What plays they draw up, you know, got 19 seconds to work with. X's and O's. Coach Wardle is one of the best to see what the Braves can come up with and draw up out of this timeout.
Hopefully, for Brian's sake, the next home game's a close one. This has been a lot of fun. Glad to be here. 59 all. Matt, what's your forecast? Not for the next minute 44, but for the next 20 seconds or so. What's this next possession look like for Bradley?
You know, they've run a lot of offense here recently through Connor Hickman, so don't be surprised they get the ball in his hands. Maybe get Darius Hannon to come up and get a little screen and roll action, see if they can get something diving to the hoop. You know, Brad's had a lot of success driving to the lane, getting points in the paint. See if the Utah State's defense maybe sags in. You can kick it out for an open three. If not, you got an opportunity to get to the rack.
Both teams 11 leads tonight. Bradley's led for 20 minutes. Utah State's led for 7. Here's Hannah, Monday's hero. Drives and finishes with 2 hands. Bradley leads.
And there it is. No help comes over. Darius Hannah, terrific job with the little takes off the handoff and just goes right to the rack and throws it down with 2.
Utah State answered last time down. Do they have another one here? Here's Martinez.
You know they want to get Osagor a touch. Instead to Johnson and kicks it out.
Brown a 3 for the lead. Off. Rebound. And the finish for Johnson, who's been instant offense tonight, Matt, as you called it earlier. And he could give Utah State the lead with a free throw.
Yeah, we're just getting huge haymakers back and forth here. Johnson, a terrific job following up Brown's miss from 3. Tips it back in and coming underneath and swiping him. Duke D doing a good job trying to box him out, but just too big of a difference there. And now Johnson with 1 in the hopper for the advantage.
10 points tonight. His first free throw is Utah State's 62nd point in the lead.
Yeah, back and forth contest, 65 seconds to go. See if Utah State's defense can come up with a stop, or can Bradley answer once again?
Here's Hickman, who's been clutch for Bradley tonight and in his Braves career. Duke Dean looking for Hannah, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bradley.
Yeah, they had going to be a wide open 3 for Hickman. Utah State's asking for a review here, which they can do. It looks like they're going to come over and take a look. The officials doing a good job of huddling together. They're going to take a look at the replay. From our vantage point, it did look like there was a deflection on the way out to Hickman, but we'll get a better look at it.
And good on Danny Sprinkle and Utah State's coaching staff and players to be on top of this. Why not look at it?
Absolutely.
53 seconds left. That's what you've got the replay rule for. It's an official review and a big one. There you see our officials talking things over at the monitor, looking at this one. Our officiating crew tonight, by the way, Rick Crawford, Brett Smith, Marcus Pettigrew.
I mean, this is a huge call as well, too, as we're getting the replay booted up for you guys. Our guys in the truck doing a great job, but when you think about the consequences of this loose ball, if it goes back to Utah State, which is 53 seconds to go, get another look. And it looked like Martinez came over and met with Hannah. Unsure there.
Based on that look, tough to tell. I would think tough to overturn it. They're showing it on the, as we get another look here, we'll slow it down. This will be a good look here.
It's one of those that does need to be conclusive evidence. It looks like that's a 50-50. It may have gone off of Hannah's fingertips there. Now the rules and the way the jurisdiction is written here is extremely important because there does have to be conclusive evidence to overturn it. I do believe the initial call on the floor was Bradley's basketball, but an absolutely massive decision here upcoming. Get another angle here. This might be our best look.
From that angle, Matt, it looks like Hannah touched. To me, it looks like Darius Hannah touched that ball last.
I would agree with you. I wonder if they have that angle down there.
Our officials getting a look at similar looks to the ones you folks see at home.
This was the play, excuse me, Joey, this was the play that they drew up at the end of the UAB game where Darius Hannah comes up for a screen, slips it, and then you have almost a 4-on-3. And got to give Utah State a ton of credit there. They read the scouting report. Martinez comes over and deflects it. It looks like it may have been out on Hannah, but we're about to get a call. It's going to stay with Bradley. No conclusive evidence.
62-61, Bradley holds on to it. There were looks that showed both ways, and Bradley has a chance to draw up a play to give them the lead with 53 seconds left.
Coach Sprinkle's looking for an explanation. He is not pleased with that. We're standing here at the exact same vantage point as him. And he's saying we can see it right there, but the officials say there was not conclusive evidence, so it's going to stay with the Braves. 18 seconds to shoot, 35-second differential between the game and shot clock.
Plenty of time to go back to Hannah. Hickman's been key tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, obviously Malvi Leons is one of the key guys, and Duke Dean might have the ball in his hands. Bradley's got a lot of options here, these late game scenarios. And see, Coach Sprinkle's still not convinced there about the call. That's a tough one.
Fortunately for Utah State, they still have the lead. They can overcome this with a stop.
100%. And we look at this kind of resetting, just 54 seconds left. Utah State going to be shooting 2 fouls the rest of the way. Both teams shooting two with any foul. Utah State 2 timeouts left. Bradley just 1. And the referees are going to hold up one more time here.
Keep an eye as it stands on Osibor guarding the inbound pass. Has 3 blocks tonight. He's been big down low on the defensive end.
Absolutely everywhere.
Leons will inbound for Bradley. Goes to Hickman and a foul. Away from the ball.
Nagasako with a hold. And that's absolutely massive, too. No time comes off the clock. One of your best free throw shooters, and Duke Dean is going to step up to the free throw line. The opportunity to get 2 free throws to tie and then take the lead potentially.
Free throws have troubled the Braves tonight. 9 of 19 at the line. Duke Dean, 1 of 2. And his first in and out. So now 9 of 20 for the Braves. Dean's got 1 more left here in the double bonus. Agbang Polo back for Utah State. Aggies fans pleased to see him. He's been a huge presence on both ends for the Aggies tonight. Only 5 points. Feels like he's got more than that. Off the bench in 21 minutes. Dean's second free throw is in, and this game's tied at 62.
Yeah, it looks like Bradley's going to go a little bit of offense, defense. No foul trouble for Dean, but they're going to bring in Meta, Ahmet Jonovic, get a little bit more length, try to prevent some of those second chance opportunities that Utah State has thrived on here recently.
Great crowd at Carver Arena rises to its feet, and here we go. Here's Darius Brown, the second, off to the left. And Udije. Now back to Brown. 10 on 10. Hickman guards him. Brown wanted the 3. Hickman said no. Down low. Osibor can't finish.
And Bradley could take the last shot here. Looks like there's just a split fraction of a second of a difference between the shot and game clock. Maybe about a half a second difference. Bradley wants to talk it over, draw up the final play.
7/10 of a second between shot and game clock. What a finish to this one at Carver Arena. What a game it's been. Second game of the year for both teams. And listen to this crowd.
And with just 19 seconds left as well. Want to look back at this defensive stop from Bradley. Martinez does a great job facilitating the 1-2 game. They try to get it back down low. Jonovic sticks with it. Does he get another look here? Osibor going to the hoop. That's the matchup you want. Osibor's been great all night, just can't get it to go. Christian Davis, he's been everywhere as well. Kind of one of the glue guys for the Braves, gets the rebound. And now Bradley with an opportunity to take the final shot yet again. That UAB game that took the last shot in regulation, Duke Dean missed. They took the second to last shot to take the lead. Darius Hannah got to go, and Joey, You got to wonder if they're going to draw up something similar or go to somebody different here for this last shot.
Do you go, that's the million-dollar question. Do you go back to Hannah, 12 points tonight? Hickman leads Bradley and all scorers with 19. 7 of 10 from the field, or is there a wild card out there? Do you go to Leons, the potential Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year? Certainly a candidate.
And Coach Sprinkle wants to talk it over, sees their set a little bit. They got 2 left. He figures, you know what, we may as well take one now, see what kind of set they line up in, see if they give anything away. Bradley with 0 timeouts left here, so they're going to have to get this inbound in. As you see Brian Wardle in his huddle with his excellent coaching staff, trying to figure out what kind of play we can get here to get the best opportunity to win this ball game.
Watch for an offensive rebound, too. Bradley, a team that prides itself on the offensive glass. That's something we talked about with Brian Wardle entering tonight's game. Not only the offensive glass, but just rebounding in general. Bradley has a little bit of an edge on the defensive glass, 32-30. 7 offensive rebounds tonight. If that first shot is off, we've seen Connor Hickman clean it up tonight. We've seen a few guys on the offensive glass. Don't rule that out.
It's one of those difficult calls. You want your guys to take the absolutely last shot, obviously, because then Utah State doesn't even get an opportunity, but you are such a good offensive rebounding team. Maybe you get a shot with 3-4 seconds left. It gives you an opportunity. If you do miss, you can crash the glass and try to get a shot. If not, Utah State gets it. They get a 3/4 court heave and maybe have an opportunity to get the last shot. So it's really one of those really tough decisions. But as we mentioned earlier, Brian Wardle and his staff so good at drawing up these plays out of timeouts, have one of the highest conversion percentages in all Division I basketball on these ATOs. To see what they draw up.
Bradley has led for over half the game. All tied up here. Let's see. Leons will inbound to Connor Hickman. 7/10 of a second difference. Hickman picked up by Martinez. Down to 10.
Gotta imagine the ball screen is coming. Get somebody coming to the basketball. It's gonna be Hickman.
Hickman looking. Dean comes out. Hickman drives. Hickman pulls up 3 for the win. No! And the shot clock expired. Let's see if they add any time, or if we go to overtime, that'll do it. Overtime coming up at Carver Arena.
You like free basketball, Joey?
I love it.
Bradley fans are getting it for a second straight game. Utah State, really good job defensively, actually. If we can get another look at this, guys. You know, Connor Hickman comes off of the ball screen, but it looked like it was Brown sticking with him all the way through. Did a really, really great job. Connor Hickman unable to get that one to go.
62 all. Great time to thank our entire Rem Show production crew here on the Valley on ESPN. They've done a great job all night long. Thanks for being with us on this Saturday afternoon, this Saturday evening, I should say. Veterans Day holiday, 1 year removed from the last time these two teams squared off. Utah State won that first battle in this contest. Bradley looking for an overtime win in the second meeting between these teams, and its second win of the year in overtime. Here's that last possession. Here's Hickman. Had a look. Left it just a little bit short. Martinez hauled in the rebound. Not enough time, though, as the shot clock and game clock were close enough to where they said, let's go to overtime and play this third period.
So we run it back, 5 seconds on the clock, or 5 minutes on the clock, really. We're talking about an overtime period. And, you know, these two teams have to be exhausted early in the season. We're just exhausted here. You know, we got the hockey rink under us. Our feet are cold. Man, you got 5 more minutes in you, Joey?
I've got 5, maybe 10 more minutes. We'll see how this one plays out. Matt, you told me early in the week, double socks. You got to do that at Carver Arena. The Rivermen ice right below us. Well, luckily, this game's been close enough. It's been exciting enough that I'm not thinking about my cold feet all that much.
100%.
Dress shoes are poorly insulated, but we'll be all right.
Then we talk about, you know, the temperatures. Utah State, I want to take a look back. 10 minutes to go in the second half. They're shooting 23% from the field. Since then, they're really, really heated up. Have gone 8 of 14 since that moment. So Utah State has really, really been on fire here. A much needed resurgence there in the last 10 minutes of the second half to fight back, force overtime. And, you know, Joey, with 5 minutes to go here in this overtime period now, It's really, really important for both of these teams to reset. It's 0-0, brand new ball game. And you know, for Utah State, you might be thinking, hey, we could have got that ball in that deflection if something goes our way. Bradley's thinking, Connor Hickman, if I make this shot, the game's over. It's 0-0, forget about it. One of our keys to the game, remember, short-term memory. You got to forget about that. Go and play your best 5 minutes of basketball right here.
5 minutes left. Win, lose, or draw. And Utah State might not see it this way, but man, I'm so impressed with Danny Sprinkle's squad. 13 newcomers trying to bring everybody together. Plenty of experience in places other than the Spectrum Center, and Utah State's put together a great effort tonight. Bradley going to be a factor in the Missouri Valley Conference race, getting a great test here early on. Jonovic and Osobor in the circle for the second time tonight. And that is won by Utah State. Here we go with Darius Brown the second. Brown over to Martinez. Martinez, pass intercepted by Leons.
Yeah, great job by Leons. Jonovic had the front on Osobor, and they've been really looking for that angle all game to get the lob to the backside and get Osobor an easy chance. Leons read that beautifully. He's the Missouri Valley Conference reigning Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. Comes by, swipes it, going to go to the line for free throws now.
He's got that accolade and plenty more. All Missouri Valley Conference preseason first teamer, was also on the most improved team and defensive team last year for the Valley. First free throw off the mark. Free throw is going to be something Bradley works on moving forward, but
yeah, you want to talk about the struggles they've had, Joey. Now 10 of 22 on the night from the free throw line. Leons gets another opportunity, but that was one of their Achilles heels last year. Just shot 66% as a team, and tonight, not doing much better.
They get that one there, and they get the lead, 63-62. Osobor looking
on the
and
floor,
a foul on the floor.
Osobor did a good job there of splitting that. It's like Leons was coming over to help, slides in between them. And now we're going to get Osobor going to the line.
Osobor 4 of 7 at the charity stripe tonight. Utah State's not been great from the line either, but a smaller sample size, 6 of 10. And Osobor's got 2 key free throws here. Let's see. It was 4 of 6 against South Dakota Mines.
Oh yeah, the little guy out here helping him out. Ref says, hey,
there we go.
Give you a little hand as well.
Yeah. Got to make sure that floor is all nice and dry.
100%.
Nice and tidy.
Good job, bud.
Yeah. Drags the mop back to the baseline there.
Flashes a smile. He's proud.
He's on the floor in a big situation. Not many folks at school on Monday will say they were on the floor in overtime.
That's right.
Big D1 basketball game. Osobor's first free throw is up and in.
Yeah, Osobor was just absolutely everywhere in the first half. Second half, Bradley really kind of focused in on him. He was still did a good job keeping plays alive. Relatively quiet from the field, but 2 huge free throws right there to give the Aggies the advantage.
Seems like a yo-yo, back and forth, up and down. Bradley looking for the lead. Here's Dean. Dean on Osobor. Osobor's got a little height there. Hannah's got the height advantage over Brown. And here's Dean trying to drive past Osobor. Has to give it up. Hickman cutting. Hickman spinning. And left it a little short. And now Utah State out in transition. Martinez steps through. Blocked by Hannah.
How about that play by Darius Hannah coming from the weak side? He used the right hand as well to block that. He's a lefty. Uses the weak hand. Gets it out of here. Bradley's going to get another opportunity.
And Hannah will inbound to Dean. 4 minutes left. Free basketball at Carver. Leons looking. Has Hickman. Gets a screen. Hickman down low. Give and go. And a pass. Out is tipped. Out of bounds in front of the Bradley bench.
And Brian Worrell saying, Malavi, you did all the hard work. You got within 3 feet of the hoop. Just lay that bad boy up and in. But the weak side help was coming over. Leons looks to the corner, going downhill once again.
Leons and Osobor. Leons in and out.
Really good job there. Great offense, even better defense. Osobor sticks with him. Leons creates a little bit of separation. It's halfway down, but Utah State gets the stop.
Agbankpolo key on the defensive end there and has the ball. And now it's Osibor out top. Martinez. Back down to Osibor. Now out top, Agbankpolo. And a little bit short that time from Udajay. Udajay couldn't finish. Dean up the floor. Bradley needs this one. Here's Hickman in the corner for the lead. Won't go. Leon's the board. Can't finish there. And no whistle. Utah State's going to trigger this one. Here's Darius Brown, the second.
Huge block by Osibor as well. Leon's did a great job keeping that alive. The Aggies are going to take a timeout here to talk it over, but Osibor comes out of nowhere and swats that one away.
Osibor, the man of the hour, 64-63. Let's see who steps up in the last 2:52 at Carver Arena. We're back after.
Get the gift you want this holiday from Metro. Like a new iPhone 12 with 5G for $99.99 and no activation fees when you switch. You'll get a dual camera system to capture holiday memories and blazing fast 5G for downloading videos and games. Metro's got the lowest price in prepaid and nada yada yada, which means no contracts, no credit checks, and no surprises. Get holidays without the gotcha. Only at Metro.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
If you choose curbside when you order ahead in the McDonald's app, you won't have to wait in line when you get here. Genius.
Here you go. Thank you.
Order ahead in the app to save time.
So we're down 34-0. Winning will be tough. That's why I brought in the ease specialist.
Right. Geico makes car insurance easy. With the Geico app, you can check your policy on the go and get access to 24/7 claim support.
Yeah! Let's make this easy!
You know, that felt a lot closer.
With your policy in your pocket, it's easy to Geico.
Welcome back to Carver Arena. Take a look at this. Hickman off the mark. Malavi Leons gets the rebound. Osibor says no.
He's been absolutely everywhere tonight. Look at his stat total, 20 points. That was his 4th block shot of the night. He's got 7 boards as well. As you see kind of some of the stats of the game. How even is that? 24 field goals for each squad. Rebounds pretty much the same. I mean, Utah State, the assist advantage is one player. How many times have I said it? Brown has been just absolutely outstanding running this offense tonight. He's got 8 assists on the game, but pretty much throughout everywhere you look, points in the paint, 30 each. You know, bench points, 16 to 15 for Utah State. It's been even everywhere, and guess what? Scores pretty much even as well, too. 2 great basketball teams here early in the season, a non-conference showdown coming down to the wire.
Not a whole lot more to say about this one, except let's play 2:45 and settle a winner. Utah State a 1-point lead, 64-63. Osibor, little contact, can't finish. Leons gets a little bit of revenge there with the rebound, and Duke Dean pushes ahead. Dean slows it down. 20 seconds on the shot clock now. Dean. Martinez comes out to guard. Martinez has been good on the perimeter tonight.
Off the screen.
And here's Hickman.
Got
down
the roll.
low. Hannah's free. Two-handed slam. Braves lead.
Exactly the pick and roll. Beautiful set there on the closeout. Hannah with the screen. His defender fell down on his back hit. Beautiful job getting him the rocket for the two-handed slam.
And Bradley by 1. Hannah knows how to play in overtime. And the winner for the Braves against UAB. And Brown can't apply the touch. And Bradley and Dean will go up ahead.
Now Bradley, once they've been able to get into the half-court set and get their offense going, had a couple really good looks. See if they can produce another one here, and it's all coming off these ball screens. Bradley's big's doing a tremendous job in getting set here. Got the flare to Hickman.
Hickman open in the corner, a little short. Rebound Agbankpolo. And now Utah State, a pressure-packed possession to take the lead. Brown looking, Brown kicking. And a shot from the corner, in and out. Leon's the rebound.
What a rebound by Leon's as well. He had Udege and, Asipor right on his back. Tremendous rebound there. And just a minute to go here. Bradley trying to take a little bit of sting out of this.
Can't let up, Matt, but with a 1-point lead, these offensive possessions for Bradley, a little less intense, but this is much needed insurance. Here's Davis looking, Leon spinning, Leon's finding Hickman to the basket, and a 3-point lead.
The spin cycle by Malavi Leons, dishes it off to Hickman, lays it up. Easy bucket. Still one possession game here, 45 seconds to go.
Carver Arena rises to its feet. Down low, and a foul is called on Leons as he was looking to guard Asibor.
So tough to stop Asibor down there once he gets that deep. You know, Malavi Leon's giving up about 40, 50 pounds there to Asibor and just puts his rear end into Leons right there. Not much he can do. The foul right there is not the worst scenario for Bradley as well. Put Asibor to the line, make him earn it. He's 6 for 9 from the stripe tonight.
7th would be his biggest yet, and he knocks it down. It's a 2-point game.
Don't be surprised if Utah State maybe applies a little bit of full court pressure here. Try to go for maybe a zone press, work the balls in the corner, look for a trap, and they actually just drop back. Surprise. Thought maybe we get some full court pressure here with 35 seconds to go.
7-second differential between shot and game clock. Here's Dean, and a timeout called by Bradley. Good timeout from Brian Wardle there to settle his guys down and draw up a play.
That leaves Bradley with no timeouts. Obviously left, just both teams get one timeout here in this extra period. Utah State has yet to use theirs. Joey, to your credit, 7.5-second differential. You know, Bradley, they can really put this one away if were they able to draw up a 3. If not, maybe get something, go to the rack, get an easy bucket, but still be a one-possession game, so a lot to play for here as well.
Bradley points in the paint tonight, 34. They've taken the lead in that category. I think if you're going down low, you've got to go to Leons or probably Darius Hanna, as good as he's been down the stretch here. But Hickman in the paint too, despite his relative lack of stature, 6'3", has been effective in driving.
Yeah, and we've spent a lot of time tonight talking about Utah State's ability to distribute the basketball. Got to give some credit. There's 3 Bradley players with 3 assists each. Leons, Hickman, and Dean have done a very good job of distributing. And they're the 3 who have the ball in their hands and facilitating, making the extra pass. Don't be surprised, Bradley tries to get another screen action here, getting somebody running off the screen. Try to work a 2-on-1 going towards the basket.
If Utah State needs a 3 to tie this, the Aggies 8 of 30 from downtown. Bradley 4 of 23 if that's a look they elect to find.
Yeah, and you know Brown is always going to be the key guy. He shot 40% from 3 last year if it comes down to it.
Here's Hanna over to Dean.
Here's that pressure I was saying. Utah State comes out in a zone, trying to corner him there in a wide open lob to the backside.
Leon's looking for Hickman. Aggies don't have to
6
foul.
to shoot.
Here's Hickman. Leon's now the corner, and Davis for 3, and he got it! Bradley by 4. Utah State needs a response. Running out of time. Deep 3 from Brown. He doesn't have it. Leon's the rebound. 2, 1, and a foul.
What a job there. Ice in the veins. Malavi Leons with the extra pass to the corner. And what can you say about this Brad team? We just got done talking about their unselfishness. The 3 guys with the 3 assists. Leons has a good look at a 3 from the wing. Instead of, he sees the defender running out at him. Dean over to Leons with the skip pass. Shot fake, and it's going to go back into the corner. Just a tremendous job of sharing the basketball. And it's Christian Davis with the huge 3-pointer.
Leon's at the line to ice it, and he got it. And it's a 5-point lead. Christian Davis ices this one for the Braves. Davis, 3 of Bradley's 5 3-point attempts. 3 of the Braves 5 makes, I should say. Leons gets the second free throw. Utah State doesn't have an answer, and Bradley wins it 72-66 over Utah State.
Yeah, what a game of college basketball. This was just high class through and through from the first whistle to the last. My goodness, what a game of basketball. You mentioned it, Christian Davis puts this game on ice with that huge 3-pointer late. And Brian Wardle and Danny Sprinkle meet at half court. Both teams got to be really, really proud of the way they played tonight, Joey. Bradley just comes out with the win. and they made one more play. That was really all it was.
A heavyweight fight. Aggies were in it until the end, but you're right, Matt. One more play for the Braves, and they win it by 6. 21 points from Connor Hickman, second to all scorers. Great Osabor had 22. Osabor, pardon me, a great effort from him tonight. But it's Hickman with 21 and 8 for the Braves. Malavi Leon's 9 and 9. Take a look at some highlights here. Here's Leon's. There was that big interception, and Matt, this is a good look at how it all unfolded.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we look at the final score, a 6-point win for Bradley. This was not a 6-point ball game. Just a tremendous game of college basketball, game number 2 for both these programs. If tonight was any indication of what we're going to see from the Braves and the Aggies this season, we might be looking at 2 NCAA tournament teams once again, because these guys straight out ball tonight. Got to give Utah State a lot of credit. Adversity on the road, played excellent, but Bradley, like we said, made one more play, and the Braves come up with a huge overtime victory yet again.
Tremendous ball game at Carver Arena tonight. 72-66 the final. Bradley wins it. For our entire Rem Show production team and everyone who tuned in tonight on this Veterans Day holiday, my broadcast partners Matt McClain, I'm Joey Wright. Bradley 72, Utah State 66. Thanks for watching. Have a safe and happy rest of your weekend.